Strange and dark, mysterious stories.
These are three disturbing true stories that will leave you feeling uncomfortable. The first story happened late at night to someone who thought they were completely alone. A man had just finished his shift and was driving home on a quiet road. It was one of those nights where everything feels still, almost too still. No cars, no people, just darkness and the sound of his engine. As he drove, he noticed something strange in his rearview mirror. At first, it looked like a car far behind him, but the longer he stared, the more he realized something wasn't right. There were no headlights, just a dark shape, following him at a distance. He tried to ignore it, telling himself it was nothing, maybe just a shadow, or his eyes playing tricks on him. But every time he checked the mirror, it was still there, and it wasn't getting closer or farther away. It was just matching his speed perfectly. That's when he decided to test it. He slowly reduced his speed, and whatever was behind him slowed down too. Now he knew for sure, something was following him. Panicking, he made a sudden turn onto a smaller road, hoping to lose whatever it was. But when he looked again, it made the turn too. At this point, his heart was racing. He grabbed his phone, thinking about calling someone, but he didn't even know what he would say. How do you explain something you can't even clearly see? He kept driving, faster now, and suddenly, the shape disappeared, just gone. No turn, no sound. Nothing. When he finally got home, he sat in his car for a moment, trying to calm down. But before stepping out, he checked the mirror one last time. And for just a second, he thought he saw it again, standing behind his car, watching him. The second story is about something much closer to home. A woman was staying alone in her apartment for the weekend. Everything seemed normal at first. She locked the doors, turned off the lights, and went to bed. Sometime during the night, she woke up. She didn't know why. It was completely silent. But something felt wrong. She stayed still, listening carefully, and that's when she heard it. A soft noise coming from the kitchen. At first, it sounded like something falling. Then, footsteps. Slow, careful, almost like someone was trying not to be heard. Her heart started pounding. She grabbed her phone and stayed completely quiet, hoping it would stop, but it didn't. The footsteps continued, moving closer. She slowly got out of bed and locked her bedroom door. Then she called a friend, whispering, trying not to make any noise. Her friend told her to call the police immediately, but before she could, the footsteps stopped, right outside her door. Complete silence. She held her breath, staring at the handle, waiting. Seconds felt like minutes, and then suddenly, a soft knock. 3 slow knocks. She froze, unable to move, unable to speak. She didn't answer. She didn't even breathe, after what felt like forever. She finally called the police. When they arrived and searched the apartment, they found nothing. No forced entry, no one inside. Everything exactly as it should be. But one thing didn't make sense. The kitchen window was slightly open. The third story is the most unsettling of them all. A man was home alone late at night, sitting in his living room, scrolling through his phone. Everything was quiet, too quiet. Then suddenly, his phone buzzed. A notification from an unknown number. He opened it, and what he saw made his stomach drop. It was a picture of his house, taken from outside. He immediately stood up and looked toward the window, but there was nothing there. No one, no movement, just darkness. Then his phone buzzed again. Another picture. This time, closer. Closer to his front door. His heart started racing. He turned off all the lights and moved slowly through the house, trying to stay out of sight. Then again, his phone buzzed. A third image. This time, it was inside. A picture of his hallway. His exact hallway. He couldn't breathe. He didn't understand how it was possible. He was alone, or at least, he thought he was. He ran to the front door and locked it. Checked every window, everything was secure. But the messages kept coming, each one getting closer. Closer, closer. Until finally, the last message arrived. It wasn't a picture, just text. "I can see you." He stayed completely still, trying not to make a single sound. His heart was beating so loud. He felt like whoever was inside could hear it. He slowly grabbed his phone again, his hands shaking. No more messages. Just silence. But that silence felt worse than anything, because now he knew someone had been inside. And maybe they still were. He didn't dare to move, didn't dare to speak. Minutes passed. Or at least, it felt like minutes. Then suddenly, he heard something. A small sound. B.